Hey everyone, welcome back to Liftoff with Jeanniey Walden, the show that helps you have a path to success at work and at home. I'm your host, Jeanniey Walden, but you already knew that. What you don't know is who my first guest is. So let's start the show with something wonderful. In fact, not just something wonderful, someone. Here today on Liftoff, we have the honor to chat with Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is the chairman of O'Leary Ventures and Beanstalks and star of ABC Shark Tank. If you didn't see that Halloween episode, Sharkoween, you missed probably the greatest episode on Shark Tank, not to be beat by what's going to come up in future episodes of Shark Tank, so keep watching. Mr. Wonderful, we are so thrilled to have you out of that cape and on Liftoff, not as a bat, but as a real person.
Thank you very much, Jeannie.
So, Mr. Wonderful, I'm an entrepreneur, or at least I like to think that I am. I've had 5 or 6 businesses. Some went great, some failed. You learn all the time. I'd be remiss if I didn't use this chance to get all of the value out of this conversation. So I have many questions for you. You've seen it all, you've done it all, well, almost. You were even a bat. But in your perspective, what are the top traits that make a successful entrepreneur?
So the real key is executional excellence, because great ideas are a dime a dozen. Can you execute? And so my great managers, my great CEOs, the people I invest in as entrepreneurs are able to differentiate the signal from the noise. And what I mean about that is they set goals, they are myopically focused on those goals, and they execute on them. And they don't let all the other noise in a busy world today with all the social media and everything else, they don't let that get in the way. And those are the great men and women that deliver the promise of actually building businesses. So executional skills are everything. And that's what I always say to my classes. I'm here in Boston teaching at Harvard. I say exactly the same thing I'm talking to you about, Jeannie. Differentiate the signal from the noise. Understand the difference. And if you can do that, you'll be a great entrepreneur.
So while you're building these businesses, do you really believe that there is such a thing anymore as work-life balance? Do you think it's become work-life blend? Do you think it was always a work-life blend, or do you just put it all together? What's your thoughts on that?
There is no work-life balance for an entrepreneur. It's about 1/3 of the economy. You know, small business represents 60% of jobs in America, and those people started businesses, first generation, second generation family businesses, between 5 and 500 employees. That is our economy. That's 60% of our economy. You ask any of them, Jeannie, any of them, did you ever have a balanced life in the early years? And they'll tell you they worked 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, but they achieved personal freedom for themselves and their families. And that is why I tell people, get over this balance thing. You're not going to have it. There won't be any soccer games on Sunday. However, later, maybe it takes 10, 15 years, you'll be very happy with the outcome if you're successful. Even if you don't succeed on the first time, keep trying. I would not trade my life, and I work harder today than I ever have, and I love what I do. I spend every minute supporting entrepreneurs, investing in them. I love it. And I am a vampire. I'm never going to die. And I'm just going to keep doing this. I'll be on Shark Tank for 218 years.
Well, that's a short life and a vampire. We're going to keep feeding you that wine so that you stay long, around for 2,000 years, 2 billion years. You got to catch up with the radio sounds that were just reported from 8 billion years ago. It has been so wonderful having you on the show. To close out, if you had to leave our viewers with one tip, how to get even close to the point of financial freedom, personal success at your level, what would that be? Just get started?
Don't pursue money for the greed of it. Pursue your passion. Find something you love that you're willing to get up in the morning at 5 a.m. and just work and work and work. The American dream is out there for everybody. It's never that easy, but you can get there. And don't worry about failure. Take the first step. I always say that. Take the first step, the second step, the third step, and watch where you go.
Such great advice. And that's what we're doing with this show. So thank you so much, Kevin. Great to have you on. Come back anytime, whether you're dressed in your vampire cape or not. We love to have you on the show.
Thank you, Jeannie. I've had a wonderful time with you. Take care.
You too. And for everybody watching, stay tuned. I don't know if our guests are going to be as wonderful as Mr. Wonderful, but we do have some great guests coming up after the break.